In the last PPT class, we were discussing about sampling and sampling methods. We have completed with the topic. Today, we are going to start with a fresh topic, that is scale up of fermentation process. Scale up here means increase in scale or volume of fermentation process. So basically, there are three types of scales or volumes in the industry: lab scale, pilot scale, and production scale. So lab scale means when you do fermentation in your small fermenter in the lab, which is equivalent to our 1 liter or 2 liter conical flask, we call it as lab scale. And when you move your fermentation process to production scale means something which is similar to 50,000 liters or 1 lakh liter medium, we call it as production scale. Now why we study scale up of fermentation process? This topic why we study is microorganism behaves differently in lab scale and in large scale. So if it is producing 50 grams of product in 50 grams of antibiotic per liter in lab scale means when you put it in large scale it may produce less than 50 grams mostly. Why? Because when you move to labs to large scale, so many parameters gets affected. See, it's given in the one of the point is given, process parameters are affected by size of the fermenter. Process parameter here means the dissolved oxygen concentration of the fermenter, the pH of the medium, the temperature, everything gets affected by the size of the fermenter. So all parameters will be different when you move from lab scale to large scale. So parameters are affected, naturally your microorganism also will get affected when you move from lab scale to large scale. So whatever happens in lab, however whatever microorganism behaves in the lab, same behavior we cannot expect it in the large scale. The behavior may be poor and you may not get the yield. You may expect 50 grams per liter yield, but in large scale you may get probably 5 or 10 grams. So scale up of fermentation topic is very essential to study how microorganism behave itself when it is growing in lab scale, and how it will behave when it is grown in large scale. So in regard to this, three factors have been identified which affects our scale up of fermentation as such. One is inoculum development. Inoculum means about microorganism. This is very very important. Second thing is sterilization. Third is environmental parameters. So environmental parameter means, as I told you already, pH, temperature, nutrient availability to microorganism, then dissolved oxygen concentration, dissolved carbon dioxide concentration, shear conditions, foam formation. So all these are called as environmental parameters that affect scale up of fermentation process. That means when you move from lab scale to large scale, uh, uh, nutrient availability to microorganism will differ. Oxygen carbon dioxide concentration will differ. Foam formation will be more. Shear condition will also increase. The shear condition I will discuss it in detail when we come to this parameter. So there are three factors. We will take each factor in detail and study. For this PPT class, we will concentrate on the first topic, that is inoculum development as a major factor in scale up of fermentation. So as I told you, we will study this topic first for today, inoculum development. So how important is this? I will be highlighting to you. Inoculum development, if it is not done properly, the entire fermentation process may go wrong. It is at most important that you take care of your microorganism during fermentation. The entire industry depends on the behavior of microorganism. So if the inoculum is not developed properly, then your fermentation process will be a failure and it will incur a huge loss for you in the industry. So organism should be taken care. So what and all we have to remember here is the microbial properties we have to check, and we have to see that these properties we have to check. What is given in the slide, you can just see. The culture should be healthy, the culture should remain active. So here it should be healthy and remain active means when you move the organism from lab scale to large scale, the microorganism should take a very small time to become to reach its log phase and to become active. See, sometimes what happens in lab scale, it will be growing well. When you put to large scale, it will remain in lag phase for a longer time. Lag phase. When it remains in lag phase for longer time, then you contamination may happen. Some other organisms may grow. So your organism should be very active. It should be able to grow, adjust itself from lab scale to large scale very easily. So that is called healthy, and the culture should remain active. Next is suitable morphological state. Your organism should have a morphological appearance that is easier to handle in the industry. Next is not susceptible to contamination. Your organism should be a dominant organism. It should grow faster than any contaminating organism. And next thing is it should retain product forming ability. This is very very important. The entire industry works for what? If we see, it is for yield product. That yield should not get affected. The organism should retain its product forming ability when you move from lab scale to large scale. So what are the critical factors for inoculum development is critical factors here means when you do inoculum development, what the factors you have to take care of. So first is suitable culture medium. See, you have a microorganism. In the previous slide I told your microorganism should be having all these properties. Let us assume that you have checked all these properties and your organism was found to be good. It is active, morphologically it is in a suitable state, it grows faster than contaminant, and it retains product forming ability. Once you have confirmed that your organism is having all these properties, the other factors I'm telling now is suitable culture medium. The medium should be suitable for the organism to grow faster. That you have to take care. That is one of the critical factors for inoculum development. Next thing is there are two types of medium. There is not one medium. Two types of medium is used for inoculum development. One, it is called seed medium. Another is called as production medium. Second point you can see there are two types of media used for inoculum development: seed medium, production medium. Now I will tell you the difference between seed and inoculum production medium. Seed medium means, see students, one thing you remember, when you are doing if I give you one slant and tell you to inoculate microorganism, what you will do? You will just take a loop full of culture and do a streak on the test tube. That is, you will streak a slant. If I give you 100 ml media, how you will inoculate? For a slant, you would have taken one loop full of culture, that is one colony you would have taken. But if I give you a 100 ml media, you will probably take 2 or 3 colonies. So probably 2 loop full culture you may inoculate. Suppose if I give you 1000 ml media to inoculate, you may take 5 to 6 colonies. And if I give you around 5000 ml media, you will not do loop inoculation. It will be very less. So you will inoculate around 50 ml of grown microbial broth into 5000 ml. Suppose if I give you 10 liter media, naturally the inoculum also will increase. Or you just tell me whether you will just take one loop full of culture and inoculate in 10 liters media, that is 10,000 ml media, one loop full of culture, it will not grow at all. So as your media quantity increases, your inoculum also should keep increasing. Now two types of medium is there: seed medium and production medium. What is the difference between these two? I will tell you. Seed medium means, see, I have to inoculate 50,000 ml media is there. I have to inoculate in that 50,000 ml media. That is the production media. Now how much of inoculum I have to inoculate here? If I do just a loop full, it is of no use. So for 50,000 ml of production medium, at least I should inoculate it with 5000 ml medium. That is maximum I'm telling. 5000 ml inoculum, I have to inoculate it into 50,000 ml of medium. So that 5000 ml of media is there, no? That media is called seed medium. And this 50,000 ml of medium is there, it is called as production medium. So two types of medium is there. Seed medium is to grow the inoculum and keep it ready for inoculation. Production medium is the actual production which is used in the ferment. So production medium usually is large scale, and seed medium is something which is called inoculum medium. Inoculum medium or inoculum medium means how the medium used to develop the inoculum. So here, as I told you, if production medium is 50,000 ml media, your seed medium will be 5,000 ml media. So both media are different. The composition of media is different. Please students, remember one thing: the same media composition is not used for seed medium and production medium. Why same media is not used, you may ask? The organism is same, but seed medium is different, production medium is different. The reason is that in seed medium, our purpose is to grow the organism. The organism should grow and increase in quantity. Production medium, it should grow plus it should produce product. So that means production medium, two things are there: organism should grow plus organism should produce product. But in seed medium, you are not expecting the organism to produce product, you want the organism only to grow. Because of this, requirement are different. Though the organism is same, requirements are different. Seed medium should be a medium which allows only the growth of organism. Production medium is a medium which should allow both growth of organism plus product formation. So because of the requirement is different for the same organism, we prepare two types of media. The media composition will vary. The composition will be suitable for only growth, that is called seed medium. The composition of the medium will be suitable for growth plus product formation, that is called as production medium. So basically there are two types of media: seed medium and production medium. Next is quantity of inoculum. How much of inoculum should be inoculum? As I told you now, 5 for 50,000 ml media, 5,000 ml inoculum is inoculated. That is equivalent to 10%. See in the slide you can see inoculum. How much inoculum you have to inoculate is 3% to 10%. That is, see, for example, if you prepare 100 ml media, you have to inoculate it with 3 ml of inoculum. That is called 3%. Or if you are preparing 100 ml media, you should inoculate it with 10 ml of culture inoculum. That is called 10% inoculum. So inoculum percentage is 3 to 10%. So if you put it to 100, 3% is 3 ml of inoculum for 100 ml of production medium, for example I am telling. And 10% means 10% of 10 ml of inoculum for every 100 ml of production medium. So that is the meaning of quantity of inoculum. If it is less than 3%, your fermentation may not happen properly. Even if it is more than 10% also, it is not advisable and more cost is involved. Next is need of stages. See, when you develop your inoculum, so as I told you, 50,000 ml medium is there, production medium. Your inoculum should be 5,000 ml inoculum. So to develop 5,000 ml inoculum, you can just see I am starting from 10 ml inoculum. I will develop 100 ml inoculum. I will develop 1000 ml inoculum, and then only I will develop 5,000 ml inoculum. Directly, I cannot develop 5,000 ml inoculum directly. So these are called stages. So stages here is 10 to 100, 100 to 1000, 1000 to 5000. Once the 5000 ml is ready, that is called inoculum. That I will inoculate it into 50,000 ml production medium. So this steps which we take, we call it as stages. And these stages are different for bacteria and fungi. So the number of stages may increase or decrease. The size of the stage also may increase or decrease based on whether you are using bacteria or fungi, because fungi is a difficult organism for fermentation. Its scale up is different. So I think next to 2 slides whatever we will see is mostly for bacteria. So I think we will stop here because we are reaching the limit of 15 minutes. The remaining 2 or 3 slides I will cover it in the next PPT.